It is now day 2 at the convention. We've already drove in there. Don't worry, I'm not gonna make you look at more flight and scenery stuff. Today's recording is gonna be majoritively all the vendors and all the stuff that you missed on the first day, because I wasn't here for the entire day. I'm gonna try and get you the most visualization on this convention. So I'm gonna stay quiet, and hopefully you enjoy the show.
See the future, babe. Silly as it sounds, I just got a feeling, babe. Silly as it sounds, I got it from my mama. I can see you glisten, babe. If there's anything you got, it's the envy of the stars. I can see the future, babe. Just looking mighty bright with you all by my side. Say you wanna dance, frontin' on the highs, though I heard you by my side. Ain't no reason why you should be so shy. Go and let your body flow. Come a little closer, babe. Can you feel the pulse? Find the feeling, babe. Hands are meant to hold. I won't be opposed. Look into my windows, baby. Step into my soul and I'll fall into your glow. Come a little closer, babe. Gravity don't lie when it comes to me and you. Say you wanna dance.
Hello, how you doing, man?
Pretty good.
Hi, you're Scott?
Yeah, well, I'm Mike Sievers. I'm the marketing director.
Sure.
Been at Scott 30 years. Glad to be at ClayCon. Love Joe and Emily. It's a great event. And today we're kind of featuring our touchscreen controller. It's been out for about 5 years. We're hoping to have a new update soon. Nice thing about this thing is whenever we do an update, all you have to do is download it and you get it for free.
Right, you just update like the firmware and it's all good.
Yeah,
I have
like,
one myself.
Okay, cool.
They're so good.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Well, thank you for your time, man.
Yeah, you bet.
I really appreciate it.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you.
Let your body flow on flowers. Yeah, on flowers. On flowers. I can see the future, babe. Silly as it sounds, I just got a feeling, babe. Silly as it sounds, I got it from my mama. I can see you glisten, babe. If there's anything you got, it's the envy of the stars. I can see the future, babe. Just looking mighty bright with you all by my side. Say you wanna dance, frontin' on the highs, though I heard you by my side. Ain't no reason why finally feel it, babe. Hands are meant to hold, I won't be opposed. Look into my windows, baby. Step into my soul and I'll fall into your glow. Come a little closer, babe. Gravity don't lie when it comes to me and you. Say you wanna dance, frontin' on the highs. No, I heard you by my side. Ain't no reason why you should be so shy. Go and let your body flow. Say you wanna dance, yeah, yeah. Say you wanna dance, frontin' on the high. Hey, wallflower. Hey, wallflower. Hey, yeah, wallflower. Yeah, wallflower. Say you wanna dance, frontin' on the highs. No, I heard you by my side. Ain't no reason why you should be so shy. Go and let your body flow. Wallflower. Yeah, wallflower. Wallflower.
This convention is much smaller than Ncecca. In fact, this room that you see behind me is very, very circular, right? But the entire room is the majority of the convention, and then they have two rooms behind me. You might be able to see one of them there, and there's another one over here. And those two rooms are the exhibition rooms, where artists like to give their talks, their speeches, and explain their art form and what they're doing, and kind of like a mini PowerPoint type style thing. But as far as the entire convention, it goes from this wall here, and that's the circular room, and the perimeter of the room is majoritively companies, and then in the middle are individual artists who not only sell but present their work and are doing some of the exhibitions in the aforementioned rooms. I do also, because I'm petty and I want to make a point to you, want you to see the majority clientele here. They're a very specific group and usually class. I'm not trying to be ist of any type, but I get in arguments with people online who've never been to ceramic art conventions, and I'm like, yeah, there's definitely a very specific clientele that go to these things, and it's extremely obvious once you go to more than like two of these. Oh, I don't like that you said that. Well, the truth hurts, and pop some pain pills if you want to get rid of that hurt.
Frontin' on the highs. No, I heard you by my side. Ain't no reason why you should be so shy. Go and let your body flow. Come a little closer, babe. Can you feel the pulse? You can finally feel it, babe. Hands are meant to hold, I won't be opposed. Look into my windows, baby. Step into my soul and I'll fall into your glow. Come a little closer, babe. Gravity don't lie when it comes to me and you. Say you wanna dance.
So we've been walking around for about 3 hours now, and I think the majority of the con is kind of over. So I think after this, because this is essentially the con, right? That big room, and then there's other stuff in there. After this, we go to the Tilted Kiln, which is a studio here in Utah, and evidently the people who own the Tilted Kiln also are the owners of this convention. So if we're lucky, we get to meet them. But for now, I think we're gonna take a little lunch break.
Frontin' on the high. Hey, wallflower. Hey, wallflower. Hey, yeah, wallflower. Yeah, wallflower. Say you wanna dance, frontin' on the high.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. I am so tired. For anyone who's wondering what the ClayCon experience is kind of like, it's a much smaller, more condensed version of Ncecca. So there's the main hall where all the exhibitors and companies are, but then after that, there's basically just display rooms upon display rooms and talks upon talks and demos upon demos. So after you're done with the main room, you're kind of going back and forth in between your choices of demos, and they're split so that everyone kind of has their own time slot. So realistically speaking, you're going from the display room to 1 hour, hour and a half talk and display, and someone talking about their skills and giving demonstrations, and you essentially taking a small class to another hour and a half, to another hour and a half, to another hour and a half. So it feels to me like I just took a 6-hour course in multiple ceramic art skills, taking notes, taking video, and there were a lot of them. I am tired, but I do have to make the gang pancakes, and then we're gonna head off to the Tilted Kiln. By the way, it's a much different experience from Ncecca, just because like maybe once every hour or so, somebody came up to me and quote unquote recognized me, and they were like, oh my God, you're here, I follow your social media, XYZ, XYZ. But at Ncecca, me and Lindsay could not walk 30 steps without being recognized. You wanna see me making, no, I'm not gonna let you see me making pancakes. Okay, you're just gonna see Tilted Kiln footage, which the video's getting long. No, you can't watch me make pancakes.
Your body flow. Come a little closer, babe. Can you feel the pulse? You can finally feel it, babe. Hands are meant to hold. I won't be opposed. Look into my windows, baby. Step into my soul and I'll fall into your glow. Come a little closer, babe.
So this is essentially the after party at the Tilted Kiln. These are the same people who run ClayCon West. They own the Tilted Kiln as well. And I think every ClayCon West they have a little party like this. I'm not gonna stay very long because I am socially burnt out, but I wanted to give you guys a quick tour of the facility before I run out of here like the overstimulated child that I am.
While Patchy pulls himself together, let's see how SpongeBob's party is shaping up.
These are the creators of ClayCon West. Please introduce yourselves, guys.
I'm Joe Bot.
And I'm Emily Bot. That's it.
That's who we are.
That's what we
So,
you own the Tilted Kiln.
yes, we own the Tilted Kiln here in St. George, Utah.
The party we went to last night was fire.
Oh, it was amazing. It was awesome.
It was good, right?
Yes.
And you are the two who put on ClayCon West.
Yes, we started ClayCon 6 years ago.
Okay, so how did it start?
I went to Ncecca in 2015, and then went a couple of years later with my wife. And then when it was in Minnesota, they announced they would be going back to Richmond, back east. Okay. And we were like, hey, we need something out west more than once every 3 or 4 years.
100%.
So we put it out on a Facebook group called Clay Buddies if people would be interested in coming to a Western Region conference. And a ton of them said, yeah, we'd love it. And so we started looking around. Things just worked out amazingly, timed up, perfect with some of our first presenters. And the weekend worked out with them, and we just jumped, man. We just jumped and went for it.
So how has it progressed for you? You know, like it started off small, or has it been this size always?
No, it started off small. The first year we were about 120 attendees with about 6 vendors or so. The next year we doubled. We went to 230, 240 with about a dozen or so, 15 vendors. Okay. And then the wonderful COVID year hit. So it kind of hurt numbers, obviously. We ended up canceling that year.
I remember
2021, yep.
Yeah.
And then the next year we opened back up. We knew it would be a little bit of a down year just with everything still. And it was our lowest year, 105-ish attendees.
But we had a lot of fun.
We had so much fun.
It was
yes.
fun.
A couple of the vendors were not able to make it with flights and snow and all that stuff. Yeah. But it was great, and I've told everybody as long as we can keep it in the black with numbers, I'll keep doing it. And I think we made $9 that year. And so we stayed black. We did it again.
Yeah.
But the culture's still alive, though.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, it was great.
Whenever I do pottery stuff, people are like, "Oh, just use this." I'm like, "No, I wedge on the floor for the culture."
Yeah, exactly.
I don't really
So,
yeah.
But last year we went back up to the 240 number, and this year has been amazing. We far surpassed it. Hit about 370 this year.
For sure.
And most vendors we've had, 18 this year. And we're just having a blast. People come in and are enjoying themselves. That's what we want. We want them to just come and have fun with clay.
Yeah,
So-
from my experience, it's a lot more intensified. So like I've been both to Ncecca and ClayCon West.
Yes.
And Ncecca is more of like a meetup, you know what I mean, like a connection thing. And not that you can't do that here as well.
Right.
But like I'm taking college courses from other potters here, essentially.
Right?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's much more concentrated. And this place is sponsored by the Tilted Kiln, which is a shop that you own in
St. George, Utah.
same place we're at now.
Yes.
Probably like I went there last night, like a 6-minute drive.
4 to 6
Yeah.
minutes from here.
The same party. So how did the Tilted Kiln get started?
We actually bought it from a previous owner.
Oh.
So it used to be under the name Desert Light Pottery.
Oh, so it was another pottery
Yes.
studio. Okay.
Not nearly what it is today.
No.
It was a wonderful lady started it. She wanted basically a place for her projects. She wanted to make stuff,
Right.
and then maybe
Just
get
for
the
her?
community involved a little bit more.
Handful of friends.
Handful of friends and
Yeah.
do a few classes.
big
so
place.
Yeah.
she owned it for a few years, and then while I was teaching high school, she emailed a few of us and said, "Hey, I'm looking to sell," and we just jumped at the opportunity.
We did not jump at the opportunity. He came home and said, "Do you want to buy a pottery studio?" And I said no. Because I was like,
That sounds like me.
no, that's
Yeah.
a lot. It was a lot in my head. And then, you hear the price and hear the ideas of people who, like Joe, that just are very inspirational with doing this sort of thing. And I was like, oh, yeah, actually, this is possible.
Yeah.
So for me, it's been a learning curve of, man, I was like totally no, and now it's blessed our family and all the people we've met. It's quite the community, and that's been really rewarding for that little scaredness that I was ready to just say totally no.
Right.
The community is crazy. I mean, they have like their own
Awesome.
little subdivisions, but
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
like the old,
Yeah.
like the old head potters and their overalls
Yeah.
and their
Yeah.
beards. And
Yeah.
I'm going that direction.
Right.
That's totally
I'm
you.
going that direction. Yeah,
That's
and they want
awesome.
to talk about glaze chemistry. And, no,
Yeah.
I liked your studio
Yeah.
because everything was organized. Everything was
Employees do wonderful things.
Yeah.
For us.
so clean and organized, and you had the bisque up front and the shop up front, and there's like a little bar area.
Yeah.
And then you went in the back and like the clay was stacked.
Yeah.
And then my stupid self went in the back and looked for ancient copper. I was like, maybe they had it. Because I saw all the glazes.
Right.
And
Never
like, ooh,
know.
Abaco is
Ancient
here.
copper.
Yeah, and I was like, no, it's not here. But I
Right.
looked for like a good 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And then you go further on back, and there's the open studio, and probably
Yes.
as they're watching this right now, they're seeing like, because I did take kind
You
of
did
pan
cans?
shots.
Cool,
Yeah, and then in the
awesome.
back of that, there's the classes, and they're just everything's so organized and put together.
Thank you.
That
Thank you.
I was like, yes.
Right.
Organization, yes. There's no clay on the floor. Cleanliness.
We
Yeah.
did mop before you came over, though. But
Oh, okay.
there is
We do
clay
clean a little
sometimes
bit.
on the floor.
So.
Oh, no, I power spray
Right.
everything
Yeah.
all the time. Are there any plans for the Tilted Kiln or for ClayCon West going forward next year?
Yeah. So
Are there any that you can say? Is
Yeah,
it a secret?
yeah, no secret. So as far as the tilted kiln, we are going to be upgrading our gallery space.
Okay.
So we're going to be tearing down a few little walls, making some different changes there. We want to get our gallery a little bit more functional to have shows, not just 3D ceramics. We do 2D, media kind of stuff, whatever medium people want to show there. And then
Part of the community and
I need more space for my mug wall. I'm running out of
love that
space.
mug wall. Ooh, I waited so long in that room because people were so enamored by it
Right.
that they sat there for 30 minutes, and I sat there babysitting a Sprite. Like, they'll move.
They'll-
So I get the shot. They'll move.
No, no.
Later.
No.
Didn't move
No.
for quite some
You just
time.
stand there forever like,
Just the amazement of all the different artists' work and creativity, just to sit there and watch and look at all the. I love it when people go, especially potters.
Yeah.
They know it. They go pick them up. They feel them. They put them back.
Yeah.
It's just awesome. So that's what I love about it. So
The touching them is real.
Yep.
Like the physical, And you
Exactly.
have some big names here too.
yeah.
Honestly, like I don't know if you guys can. Those of you watching it can see it in the back, but is Danny's here?
Danny, my singer.
Danny, yeah,
It is
Danny's here. He's in the back, and I've been following him for years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, is there anything else that you're looking forward to next year? Is there anything you want to say? Any rundowns you want to give to the people watching you right now on YouTube?
Every year with ClayCon, we have ideas and suggestions given to us. If anybody has any, you're welcome to share them and send them to us. We may not always use them, but we love ideas.
Right.
We love being able to grow with the community, and hopefully next year we have more here, and it might force us to get more artists to come in and present, or more vendor space, or whatever we need that we can provide for the community. The attendees that come, we want to provide the best we can for them. So
Right, because I didn't catch much of it on camera, but we're in kind of like a centralized point of the convention. But if you go out those doors and down the hall, there is more convention center to be pottery appropriated in the future.
Yeah, we have the room.
Yeah, but there's definitely more room here.
to grow, yeah.
And it's not like I want more room, it's just that like there's room to expand.
Yeah.
And I was kind of wondering if you guys would be like, we're going to do a little something over there. And
We talk about it. The difference with I'm not fully into the clay. Joe is more than I am, but we talk about growing, and I love going to Ncecca. It's a little overwhelming for me. It's a lot. It feels very high end, which is super cool. But I've loved having ClayCon because what's been important to us is that people can actually sit and raise their hand and ask questions, or come up and look closer while they're demoing. And we're gonna grow, but we kind of want to have that feel that people feel more comfortable and approachable with the artist, instead of this just like, oh, the artist, and you can't feel like you can talk to them because your questions don't.
And we have talked about capping it at a certain point.
Yeah.
If we get to like 500 attendees or so,
Yeah, we just don't know what that is yet.
We'll start looking at capping, because we want to keep it an intimate, casual kind of environment, and not just, it's not just a big old build it as big as we can and capitalism kind of thing.
Right.
We want it for the artists and the attendees.
You gotta enjoy it.
And that's what everybody tells us they like about it, is the feel of I can just wander around and talk to people and get to know them, and not be overwhelmed and pressured to run to get a spot where I have to sit down because there's so much people,
Miss something else or
So,
whatever.
as someone who gets overstimulated very easily, this is much nicer. This is much nicer. It's just like if I want to go sit down in the corner over there by myself, no one's gonna bug me.
Take a break, right?
Yeah, I can take like a little like headphone break or a little like scroll break or some junk like that. But this is much more calm, which I did enjoy.
Right.
Well, thank you very much for letting me interview you.
Thank
you.
you.
I'm really happy that you had some time. I know you guys are putting it together, and it's a lot of weight on the shoulders, So I really do appreciate it.
Well, thank you.
But we're gonna get going.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.
I can see the future, babe.